Did two Marines really come to take me away without warning? It started like any ordinary school morning, nothing unusual in the air, until the classroom door suddenly opened. Two Marines stepped inside, calm, serious, and focused, straight on me. One of them asked without hesitation, "Why weren't you at pickup this morning?" The entire class froze and turned toward me. I blinked, confused. "What pickup?" The Marine didn't flinch. "Oh, 600 hours recruitment processing. You missed your transport." My heart dropped instantly. "I never signed up for anything," I replied firmly. That's when Sergeant Miller, the taller Marine, opened a folder and pulled out official-looking documents. According to him, I had already enlisted through the delayed entry program, and today was my ship-out day for basic training. "That's impossible," I said, shaking my head. But then he slid the papers closer. My name was printed there, my social security number, even my parents' signatures, and somehow, even mine. "I didn't sign any of this," I insisted. "This is forged." The classroom went completely silent. Mrs. Carter, my teacher, stepped forward. "There must be some mistake," but Miller didn't back down. "No mistake. 17-year-old Evan Lee, parental consent signed. He ships today." My stomach twisted. My friend whispered, "Bro, what did you do?" "Nothing," I snapped. "I didn't enlist." Miller stepped closer, voice lowering. "Son, this can go easy or hard, but you're coming with us." My voice shook. "You can't just take me." His answer was cold. "Actually, we can. You're considered AWOL. That's a federal offense." The room fell into a heavy, suffocating silence. I turned to my teacher, panic rising. "Please, call my parents." She immediately picked up the phone. A moment later, I heard her speaking. "Mrs. Lee, Marines are here saying your son enlisted." Then came the response that made my blood freeze. Good. Maybe they'll finally teach him discipline. She knew. My teacher looked stunned. "She says she signed the papers." Everything inside me collapsed. Miller relaxed slightly. "Then this is authorized. Let's go." "No," I said quickly. "You can't force me into the military at 17. He didn't hesitate. "With parental consent, yes we can." I called my father immediately. "Bah, Marines are here. They say I enlisted." His reply hit harder than anything. "Good. You need discipline. You signed up 3 months ago." My voice cracked. "So you really enlisted me? 6 years will make you a man." 6 years? The Marine checked his watch, growing impatient. "We have a flight to catch." "I'm not going," I said firmly. His expression hardened instantly. "Then you're under arrest for desertion." My chest tightened. "I never agreed to this." A classmate spoke up nervously. "Doesn't he need to graduate first?" "Summer graduation at basic," Miller replied coldly. "He'll get his diploma there." I stood up. "This isn't enlistment. This is kidnapping. It's legal recruitment with parental consent," he said flatly. Handcuffs came out. Easy or hard. Phones were already out. Everyone recording. I panicked. "Please, someone help me." Then suddenly, Haley started searching online. "Wait, this says parents can't enlist minors without the kid's signature." Miller pointed immediately. "We have his signature." "Then prove it," she shot back. Silence. She looked at me and said, "Evan is left-handed." Everyone turned back to the paper. The signature was clearly right-handed. Wrong angle, wrong flow, wrong everything. "That's not his writing," Haley insisted. Mrs. Carter leaned in closer. "She's right, he always writes left-handed." For the first time, doubt appeared. Miller studied the document carefully. Then he spoke quietly to his partner. "We'll need verification." "How long?" I asked. "Days, maybe weeks." My stomach dropped again. Because if it was forged, it wasn't enlistment anymore. It was federal fraud. My phone suddenly rang. It was my mom. Miller took the call. "Did you sign your son's name?" Silence. Then her voice cracked. "I signed it, but he wouldn't do it himself." Miller's tone turned sharp. "That is forgery of military documents." The call ended. He handed my phone back. "Your mother just confessed." Another Marine immediately called it in over the radio. "Legal needs to get involved." Then came the final verdict. The contract was invalid. I wasn't enlisted, I was free, but the consequences weren't over. The Marine looked at me and said quietly, "You're not going anywhere, but your parents could face 5 years." And in that moment, I realized one thing. Everything had just changed forever.